The Bumbling Burglar and the Unluckiest Heist. In the quiet suburban neighborhood of Willowdale, a bumbling burglar named Benny decided to embark on what he believed would be the heist of a lifetime. Little did he know that his plans would unravel into a series of unfortunate events, earning him the title of the unluckiest thief in town. With a black ski mask pulled tightly over his face and a bag of tools slung over his shoulder, Benny crept through the moonlit streets, searching for the perfect target. He settled on the large Victorian house at the end of Elm Street, convinced that it held untold riches and priceless artifacts. As Benny approached the house, he failed to notice the small sign on the front lawn that read, "Beware of tracks." Oblivious to the warning, he eagerly pressed on, believing that his cunning would outsmart any security measures in place. Unbeknownst to Benny, the homeowner, Mr. Jenkins, was a retired engineer with a mischievous sense of humor. He had spent years devising a labyrinth of intricate traps and hidden contraptions to deter potential burglars. Little did he expect that Benny, the bumbling burglar, would unwittingly stumble into his web of chaos. Benny's misfortune began the moment he stepped foot inside the house. As he tiptoed through the foyer, a pressure-sensitive floorboard triggered a cascade of marbles, sending him skidding and stumbling into a pile of antique vases. The crashing sound echoed through the house, alerting Mr. Jenkins, who sat in his study, chuckling at the unfolding spectacle. Undeterred by his initial setback, Benny soldiered on, convinced that the real treasure awaited him in the basement. Little did he know that the basement was a booby-trapped maze, designed to confuse and confound any intruder. With each turn, Benny found himself facing an array of pitfalls. He stumbled into a net that enveloped him from head to toe, leaving him flailing helplessly. He triggered a hidden sprinkler system that doused him in freezing cold water, making his clothes cling to his shivering body. As Benny navigated the maze, he stumbled upon a series of motion sensors that activated an army of robotic vacuum cleaners, buzzing around him like determined little soldiers. He tried to outrun them but ended up entangled in a mess of cords and wires, resembling a comical human-sized spiderweb. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity, Benny managed to escape the basement, his pride bruised and his dreams of riches shattered. He limped away from the house, soaked, disheveled, and defeated, realizing that his ill-fated heist had turned him into the laughingstock of the neighborhood. As news of Benny's misadventure spread, the townsfolk couldn't help but chuckle at the antics of the bumbling burglar. His escapades became the talk of the town, with each retelling amplifying the absurdity of his misfortune. Benny, now the unluckiest thief in Willowdale, retreated from his life of crime, humbled by the mishaps that had befallen him. He found solace in knowing that he had unintentionally brought laughter and amusement to the community. And so, the legend of the bumbling burglar and his unluckiest heist lived on, serving as a cautionary tale for aspiring criminals and a reminder that sometimes the greatest treasures are found not in stolen goods, but in the shared laughter and mirth that unite a community.